watching BTS On The Road.
Brian T. Shirley, BTS On The Road, headed towards Atlanta, Georgia. Tonight I'm doing Keeping It Real with Dennis Loya. That's the web TV show and American Hearts Radio 24/7 web TV network. So I'm doing that tonight. Friday I'm doing Flat Creek Country Club. Saturday night, Jerry Farber's Side Door. Brian T. Shirley, BTS On The Road. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you took my house, my welcome mat. Never thought that you'd be a girl like that. You took my dog, even took my cat. Never thought that you'd be a girl like that. Yeah. When you gave an inch, you took it back. Never thought that you'd be a girl like that. You were the final straw that broke this camel's back. Never thought that you'd be a girl like that. Yeah. Tell me, where did that nice girl go? That I used to know, Well, she's caught in a dungeon.
With us. By the way, happy Veterans Day. Thanks for your service.
Happy Veterans Day to you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're U.S. Navy, correct?
Yep, on our side.
What what rank did you reach?
I went I had a skyrocketing career. I made it all the way up to E3.
BTS filming American Hearts Radio behind the scenes as American Hearts Radio films BTS On The Road.
Ain't that cool? We off the air? All right, we're getting ready to go live. Ready when you are, Al.
Personally, because it's Veterans Day and I am a veteran. And also, it's a very special evening because we've got many guests on tonight. And it's going to be quite a wide variety of...
I wanted to say thank you to all the people behind the scenes that make this happen. Bruce Shepard, Sarah, Al Burrows, all the great people that have worked with us to make this what it is.
Yeah, don't forget Joy that does
Joy,
great
yes,
voiceovers for our commercials.
So many great people. And
Promised you Batman, and here he is, live and in color.
Thank you for having me on your show here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
I'm the Batman of Jacksonville, and our studio's down in Jacksonville, where we promote a lot of our shows and make our shows up, right?
Yeah.
All family entertainment.
Right.
And
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for rejoining us. My next guest is Mr. Brian Shirley. Brian is a well-known comedian on the comedic circuit. He's been around for a few years, and more importantly, Brian is an Air Force veteran. I want to say thank you for your service, Brian.
Thank you old sea dog.
Yes, I am an old sea dog, no question about that.
Navy.
Yeah, on our side.
E3.
Which is important.
E3.
I mean, all the way to E3.
You can be a cook
I could.
at E3.
I mean, you know, in boot camp you're at E1, so I already moved on up.
I think I was E2.
Anyway, aside from the military experience, you got so much going on in your life, I can't keep up with you.
I can't keep up with me either.
Let's start with...
I'm blessed to be here. That's one thing. And
Yeah.
first time I was here, and I do
Right.
this story on stage now, folks.
Yeah.
I was here on his show. I was the last guest, and the guest right in front of me was a World War II veteran who had jumped out of the planes in Normandy and had a Purple Heart recipient. And he was part of the greatest generation, and there was no doubt about that, because remember how he showed up?
In his uniform.
A uniform, you could cut a loaf of bread with the pleats in his pants.
Yep.
I mean, and the medals and everything. And that's how that generation was. And I tell the story on stage. I was stationed in Abilene, Texas, and my friend said, Brian, when you get to Abilene, there's going to be a beautiful woman behind every tree.
Right.
In Abilene, Texas, there's no damn trees
I
in
understand.
Texas. So whenever I came on the show, and a lot of people, if you want to go look at this, you can, I told Dennis I was in the Air Force, and then when I'm watching this guy, I'm going, why did I tell him I was in the Air Force? This guy jumped out of a plane. So you asked me, you know, hey, you know, what'd you do? I said, well, I learned the best place to sleep on a B-1 bomber was where the wing comes into the body. And you looked at me just like you jerk, like you're looking now. And you said, no, you said, seriously, Brian, did you see any action? Yeah. And I said, and I was in during the first Gulf War, and I said, yes, I did see some action. As a matter of fact, me and some buddies of mine were outnumbered and surrounded by some drunk women at a bar in Abilene, Texas.
Did you get a medal for that?
No, but I did get some twins.
Good, good. Well, that's another story to be told on another night, folks. Anyway, this Ghost Girls thing, this is a spooky show. And it's getting some great reviews.
Well, why don't you send me that clip
Britney's
and I'll...
Ghost Girls.
Where'd my clip? I'll put it on the commercial during our show.
What, the Britney go?
Yeah, and what I should do is every show promote the other shows. I haven't been doing that.
Here we go.
Hey everybody, back again. Surprise! Rachel's not here as my guest. But she will be, so don't be disappointed.
There's good shit, hot shit, good
Freudian
shit,
slip.
you know, bad shit. You can lose your shit, find your shit. But one of the interesting things I found was the origin of the word.
Yeah.
And in the 1500s, they used to ship manure on the ships, and when the manure would get wet, it would release a toxic gas. So the crew didn't have to smell it. They would place it high up on the ship, and so when it arrived on the dock, it was labeled "Ship High in Transit," or SHIT, and that's where the word came from.
In the middle of a show here.
Yeah, no, I heard the Chris Massey was talking some shit about me.
Who are you?
Yes, I am the redneck Muslim.
What are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Massey.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well.
Nice to see you.
It's very good to see you.
Yes, you were talking shit.
Yes,
Is
I
that
was.
right?
Yes, but I was.
Hello, Mr. Dennis.
No, you sit down.
Okay, you want me to sit down or you want me to stay? No, you sit
No, you
down.
sit down.
No, you are the host.
Okay.
Okay? So how are you, Mr. Massey?
I'm doing very well.
I came all the way from Afghanistan because you were talking shit. Yes.
Well, I didn't mean to offend you.
Well, don't you not offend me, but when you're talking shit about somebody, I want to talk to you about some shit.
Well, you're welcome.
Especially because they use camel shit over there for fuel. And he has a camel.
I sure do, Irma, and I love her very much.
Well, you're welcome to talk all the shit about me you would like.
Well, that's okay. Just don't talk shit about my camel. Because she works for Geico. I'm hungry. Anyway, Mr. Chris, I have a problem with some shit, my personal self, and I have a bubble in my belly.
Right?
Yes, and I need a bubble out of me, and it gives me gas.
Yes.
I can feel it. Oh no! Oh, that was some flaming shit! Holy crap! Anyway,
Wow.
Mr. Chris, it is good to see you. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us.
You're
sir.
welcome, Mr. Dennis. I love you.
Now,
And I love you too, Chris.
now that was some hot shit.
That was the infamous redneck Muslim joining us
How about that?
unexpectedly, yes, from Afghanistan. Well, hey, welcome back, everybody. I think I'm almost recovered from that last segment. Anyway, this lovely young lady next to me is Miss Rachel Jordan. She has appeared several times on Chris Massey.
Hey, you're Al Ernst. I'm Al Ernst. Wait a minute, who's Al Ernst? You're watching BTS On The Road right now in color. We want to welcome you here tonight to Comedy Night. We have two incredible comedians, both of whom I know very, very well. I've seen them perform around the country. Funny folks, and they made it all the way to wherever we are here. I know, Pete Street said, who would have thunk it, right? Anyway, it is going to be a great show. Only thing I ask is please feel free to drink up, because the more you drink, it will get funnier along the way. So make that happen and make that work. But I have the honor and privilege of bringing out a very good friend of mine who is also your first comic this evening, and he has a list of credits long enough that it was probably 2 cards here, but he has a regular radio show. It is called the BTS radio show. He's doing some filming for that and some sound bites, so you might see that going. You have also, the author of 3 comedy books, of which I have 2 of those, so he owes me one tonight. And last but not least, you'll be glad to know that he is a part of a program called Comics on Duty and has been over to Japan working on the bases, entertaining the Marines. Please welcome our very good friend, Mr. Brian T. Shirley. How about it? Sir, you're going to be like an Amish person at Best Buy.
Hey folks, Brian T. Shirley, BTS On The Road here at Flat Creek Country Club in Peachtree City, Georgia. We're south of Atlanta. Got here probably about 7-ish, 7:15. Just got off stage. Fun audience. It's a country club. It's a different audience here. If you work country clubs, you usually have to work a little cleaner or a lot cleaner, depending on your show. They treat us well. I got fed. I ate off the buffet, and they put me up in a Marriott. I'll share something with you folks that happened earlier today at the hotel. And you travelers and other comedians know about this. Sometimes you run into snafus when you get to the hotel to check in. And it happened today. Country Club Comedians is the agency I'm working for, and they put us up in some really nice hotels. So they pay by credit card, and they have to authorize my name on there. My name, whatever reason, was not authorized. Country Club Comedians sent it, but the hotel didn't have it, whatever. Anyway, there was about 30 to 40 minutes there of me trying to get checked in, which could have actually been like a 2-minute check-in. So, you know, that's just part of this thing, man. It's frustrating sometimes. You get there and you want to get to the room and change and shower, because I had to come and set up my sound system here. I did have to scramble here a little bit. I had to put the sound system up, put the lighting up, and then try to eat. And met with Al Ernst, the headliner that I opened for tonight. Talked to him for briefly 5 minutes before the show, so that's just how it happens sometimes. But anyway, Brian T. Shirley, just letting you know that it's not always smooth sailing, so you have to go through that. And then you drive to the hotel, then I had another 30-minute drive here to the club, and there's no hotels around here. It's a club, country club, right in the middle of, I wouldn't say nowhere, but it's here on the outskirts of Atlanta. But anyway, BTS On The Road.
Was there. You gotta get this, Brian. Sophie's in there, and we go in. I said, "Hey, Debbie, Sophie's here." She got up on the damn table dancing.
Who's Sophie?
It's this girl that plays cards with us. She's about 400 pounds. So she's up on the damn table dancing. So I'm just, I think, I'm gonna be nice to her. They just don't say nothing. So I'm gonna be nice. So I go up and I say, "Wow, nice legs." She says, "Thank you very much." I said, "Most tables would have collapsed by now."
That's Jack Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Riding Hood. Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. You know that song, don't you? Sam the Shell and the Pharaoh. Yeah. What checking means? Check means that you don't have any good cards and you just want to check to the next guy.
Oh.
You ever done that?
No, I haven't done that.
I bet she has. She's done it before. She knows what checking is.
I've got a joint. We'll sit in my hot tub, and you can leave your socks on Amy Mae and Fannie Mae.
Okay.
Oh. You bring the cocaine, I'll bring the Oxycontin. I got a pocket load of Oxycontin. I love to do 4 or 5 Oxycontins, a couple of Quaaludes. Brian Shirley and I'll sit in his tub at the Ramada Inn on Buford Highway. Just light up a burning Parker. You know what I mean? You were great on stage. You should have stopped. I'm glad you did, but you should have stopped. You had this.
Got it.
All right, and you know I'm a show. Look at me. Oh, you have sex? Really? No. But Brian does. Dan knows. Here's Brian Shirley. Thank you, everybody.
You know, when you see you 2 young girls see someone as old as me up here, you don't think I'll be funny. You just think I'll say, "You finish every drop of that drink, or you're gonna get a spanking." There's people in Bangladesh that don't have a drink like that. On second thought, don't finish that drink. I'd like to give you a spanking. My wife's here. She doesn't mind.
Time.
Are we talking?
You're watching BTS On The Road. You did it before.
Is that the new iPhone 6?
All right, I'm going to have to edit the hell out of this. So.
hot sun melts the ice away. Pretty girls come out to play. Winter never lasts that long. I can feel it